Hello, my name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD89, the VA Claims Consulting, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm a United States Army veteran. Today I'm bringing you another video as it pertains to the VA disability compensation claims process. But before we get into today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Also, I would like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and say thanks to everyone that supported and supporting my YouTube channel. I look forward to the upcoming year to continue to bring you educational videos. So today's video, I am going to be discussing partial rating decisions that include deferred issues. A lot of veterans, they'll get a rating, receive a rating decision, and they'll have some deferred issues and they don't understand what that means. So I have 3 slides for you today, okay? We're gonna go through each slide, and then towards the end of this video, after I go through the slides, I'm gonna share some additional examples of deferred issues so you can get a better understanding what to look for in your rating decision when you receive it in the mail. So slide number 1. Here in slide number 1, I have 3 M21 references, okay? And again, these are from the VA's website. I encourage anyone to go out. If you're still need some additional information, I encourage any and everyone to go out and do your additional research, okay? This is just a small snapshot of this topic, but I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. It's not maybe one of the most popular topics, but still a very important one. So the first M21 reference, it states definition, partial rating decision. Basically, what is a partial rating decision? A partial rating decision is a rating decision that provides a decision on some issues. I'll read that again. That provides a decision on some issues of a claim, but defers a decision on at least one other issue pending the outcome of additional development. So I told you I had 3 slides. In the next 2 slides, I'm going to share examples of rating decisions so you can see what that looks like, okay? The next M21 reference is giving guidance on when to defer an issue, okay? It states, defer an issue when the rating activity receives a claim that is underdeveloped or incomplete when proper disposition of that issue depends on resolution of a development action. Now that may sound very confusing, but I promise you, in the next 2 slides, I'm going to clarify it for you a little bit better, okay? So the third M21 reference, deciding some issues while deferring others, okay? So that's basically the topic of this video, right? So have some issues, have some things highlighted in red, and I'm going to go over those. When determining an issue in a partial rating decision, the decision must award at least one issue. So what they're telling you, the VA is not supposed to deny and defer. They have to at least award. One issue, grant service connection or increase or whatever. When determining an issue in a partial decision, the decision must reduce or propose to reduce a benefit. So let's just say they're proposing to reduce the back condition, service-connected back condition, from 40 to 20%. Then they could turn around and say, okay, we're denying the neck condition, okay, just as an example. Then it says sever or propose to sever SC. SC means service connection, okay? Then down at the bottom, they give an example, okay? I'm not going to read the example. I'll leave it up for a couple seconds to give you a chance to read that. But that's when some issues deciding when some issues need to be deferred in a rating decision, okay? So again, it's not a hot topic, but some veterans have been receiving rating decisions with deferred issues, and they'll say, oh, it said deferred for additional development. What does that mean? Well, I don't know. Additional development could mean several things, but like I said, I got 3 slides, I got 2 more, and we're going to go over some of those examples, especially as it pertains to additional development, okay? So, slide number 2. Here in slide number 2, I put together a mock, a draft rating decision, a John Doe, okay? So, now, I did want to point out one thing. When you receive that packet in the mail, it consists of 2 documents. The first document, when you open up the letter, the packet, it'll be the notification letter. Look in the top left-hand corner. There's a date, okay? This, what we're looking at now, this slide, is the first page of the rating decision. So you're going to have the notification letter, and then you're going to have the rating decision. This is the first page of the rating decision. Now, you can see it says rating decision dated. So if you look at that notification letter, top left-hand corner is going to be a date, and then you look at this rating decision, it's going to have a date. Those dates are not going to be the same, okay? Because the notification letter is, maybe in a slim chance that they could, but the majority of the time they are not. If you look at the date in the top left-hand corner of the notification letter, and then look at the date of the rating decision, it might be 2 or 3 days off because the VSR, Veteran Service Representative, completed the development or completed the notification letter. The rating decision, the RVSR, Rating Veteran Service Representative, the adjudicator, completed the rating decision. That's why the dates are going to be different. So I just wanted to point that out. When you get the rating decision, the decision packet in the mail, it's going to be, from the VA, it's going to be 2 documents, notification letter and rating decision. Okay, so this is the rating decision. In this particular rating decision, the veteran, the John Doe veteran, was granted PTSD and tinnitus service connection. But look at this sleep apnea, number 3. Sleep apnea, service connection for sleep apnea secondary to your claim PTSD is deferred. So in the decision section of the rating decision, is up there in bold, is deferred. Now, when you get the rating decision, it's not going to be, the word deferred is not going to be in red, and it's not going to be underlined. I just wanted to point that out, make it highlighted in red so you could see where you're going to see where it's deferred under the decision section of the rating decision, okay? Now, they could defer multiple conditions, okay? Keep that in mind. They could have granted the PTSD and deferred the tinnitus and sleep apnea. I've seen rating decisions where they've deferred up to 10 conditions. They granted one and deferred the other 10, okay? You don't see that a lot, but, it could happen. But I just want to point out, this is the rating decision, the first page of the rating decision. So in the decision section, you're going to see where it says deferred. Now, the third and final slide, slide number 3. Here in slide number 3, you have the reasons for decision section. This section of the rating decision comes after the evidence section, which I didn't go over that on the first page. But in the reason for decisions, this is where they explain everything. They're explaining why they granted service connection. They're explaining why they denied service connection. They're explaining why they granted a particular effective date. Sometimes you'll see they'll put a regulation from the 38 CFR in there as well. Now, the way the rating decision is supposed to flow, it's supposed to, as it pertains to the reason for decision section, grants, you're supposed to put, if you're granting something first, the denials, and then the deferred conditions. It may not flow like that all the time, but the majority of the time, that's the way the reason for decision section will flow, okay? So service connection for sleep apnea, secondary post-traumatic stress disorder. That's the issue at hand. The decision, service connection for sleep apnea, secondary to PTSD is deferred, okay? Now again, I highlighted in red. When you get it, it will not be highlighted in red. But it goes on to say, this issue is deferred to obtain a compensation and pension exam to include a medical opinion. Now, the majority of the time, it will not be spelled out like that. Adjudicators will say deferred to obtain an examination or something like that. Real basic. Or you may see for additional development. But sometimes they may not state what that additional development is. Okay? But I wanted to show you the reason for decision section in the first page of the rating decision. So when you see the word deferred floating around, you understand or have a better understanding of what that means. So I stated earlier I was going to give you some additional examples of why issues are deferred. In the last slide, obviously, they didn't request a C&P exam with a medical opinion as it pertains to sleep apnea secondary to PTSD. Now, let's just say there was additional development that was needed. On the VA Form 21-526CZ, the veteran puts, hey, I received treatment at this private physician's office. Well, by law, and to give the veteran due process, they have to send the veteran a VA Form 21-4142, which is going to add months onto your claim because they're going to send you that form. You have to sign it. You have to send it back. Then they send it to the doctor. The doctor, 30, 40 days, doesn't respond. They said, they don't get a response. Then they send you a letter saying, hey, it's your ultimate responsibility to get this information from this doctor that you said you received treatment from. We didn't hear anything back. And now that's 4 or 5 months later, and they're telling you that when you could have got the information yourself, right? So if that is the case, then if they grant anything else, they're going to say deferred for additional development, okay? But it should read additional development due to basically what I just explained, to obtain private medical records from source that you provided, something like that, so the veteran knows, okay, I understand why this is being deferred. This particular issue is being deferred. You'll see another example. If they did go out and request a C&P exam, you went and a medical opinion was needed and the doctor didn't provide one, they would say, exam clarification, deferred for exam clarification or something like that, or additional development. But it should read, we're requesting an addendum from the C&P examiner for a medical opinion. None was provided. Something like that, some short, sweet, so the veteran knows, hey, okay, at least I got granted, or they're going to reduce this, they denied this, but this issue that's still on deferral or was deferred for this particular reason, okay? So there could be multiple reasons, but the slides just showed you, that slides that I just showed you tells you, hey, where to go find it, and the reasons for the decision, and the decision in the rating decision, okay? So with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and also I will be doing my VA claim live Q&A session December 29th, 2021 is going to be right the Wednesday between Thanksgiving and New Year. So hope to see you there. Thank you.